Hello, it's Cooking with Anto. So this week's recipe is stuffed peppers. I use a delicious meat sauce filling for it with some cheese inside. It's actually the same meat filling that I would use in my lasagna. So if you check out my lasagna video, it's called Meaty Cheesy Lasagna. It has over 320,000 views, by the way. So check that out. At the minute and 30-second mark all the way up to the 6-minute mark is how I make the meat sauce that I also use in this stuffed pepper recipe. I didn't include that part in the video because some people want to do the meat filling differently, and that's okay with me. If you don't want to watch that part of the lasagna video to understand how to make the meat filling for the stuffed peppers in this video, I'm just going to explain it to you real quick. You're basically sauteing your meat until it's cooked and your seasoned meat, okay? And then when your sauce is done, you season that as well. Unless you're using bottled, then don't season it at all. You put your meat into your sauce and then you mix it up, and that's kind of your filling for the stuffed peppers. So the recipe is really easy. It's something that's done very quickly, and it's an affordable meal for a family of, 5 or 6, because I'm not actually stuffing them whole. I slice the peppers in half and I kind of lie them down that way. So one, that creates more servings, and two, I find that if you serve someone an entire pepper stuffed with meat, they generally don't finish it because that is a lot of food. So if I have it, food won't go to waste, and then people won't feel bad for not finishing the entire meal. It is something that freezes well for up to 30 days. You would wrap it real tight in plastic wrap and then into a Ziploc bag that's freezer safe. I haven't tested it more than 30 days, so do that at your own risk. You're not blaming that on me. I also want to say something really cool. I have finally got to the 4,000 subscriber mark. So thank you for all the people who've shared my videos and my channel. I really greatly appreciate it. Keep doing that, please. Keep doing it, because I would love to eventually say I have 10,000 subscribers or something like that. That's my next biggest goal for this channel, at least. All right, so I also want to mention that there's a group on Facebook called What's on Your Plate, and they have, I believe, like 25,000 members in that group. The place is a really awesome group. It has a bunch of people who post pictures of the food they cook, the food they eat at restaurants, things of that nature. It gives you a lot of inspiration and ideas to try recipes on your own. And they also allow me to post my links to my videos on their group, which I think is really awesome. So I'm giving them a huge shout out for that. But yeah, guys, always thanks for watching, and I really appreciate all the sharing and the comments, and especially people who try the recipe and then let me know how much they love it. That to me means everything, because that's exactly why I do it. All right, so on to the recipe. Let's make our stuffed green peppers / orange and red, because I like multicolored. You'll see how pretty it looks, okay? On to the video. Thanks for watching. So this is the meat sauce that I'm talking about, that I'm going to fill the peppers with. So it's the same way that I cook my meat sauce for my lasagna, actually. Same exact seasoning. So if you want to take a look at that video to get an idea of how it's generally made, then it's the meaty cheesy lasagna recipe. But basically all you're doing is you're cooking your brown meat with some salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and fresh garlic and onion as well. And you're just cooking it until it's brown. And your sauce, you would generally start at the same time you start your white rice for this recipe. So what you do for the sauce is you just mince some garlic, onion, and you saute it in some olive oil. Then you put in a can of plain tomato sauce, and then you do some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar. And then you also want to put in some Italian seasonings as well. I wouldn't get like a Hunt's brand or something like that. I would get something like Cento or Tutto Rosso. Those are the types that are that have the most flavor and taste the best, in my opinion. So alright, so stuffed peppers. I like using the 3 different colors. They also have 3 different tastes to me. So I'm using green, red, and orange, or an orangey yellow. Okay, so let me first I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So I have a pan. I already baked something on this earlier. I mean, more of these earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up in the pan this way. Okay, you want to line them up before you start stuffing them, because then you don't want to pick it up and then everything falls. So I put sauce on the bottom so that the bottom doesn't get stuck, the bottom of the pepper. So that's how you want to prep that. So as you can tell, there's some white rice in here because that's what I do with my filling. If you don't know how to make white rice, pause this video, click X, and then start somewhere way in the beginning of time, like Dinosaur Land, because if I need to explain how to make white rice to you, you shouldn't even be making this right now. You should be ordering pizza. So while you're doing this, you want to have your oven preheating to 350. Now, I like mine to be a little cheesy, as with everything else. If you watch a lot of my videos, when cheese is called for, I'm usually using it in abundance, okay? So let's move this over. I'm going to get some here. I'm going to reach for the meat now. And then I'm going to just gently put it in there, okay? Now, I'm going to do a layer of meat. And then I do a small layer, a little bit of cheese, just like that in the middle. And then I layer it, and that's on mozzarella cheese, whole milk. And then I put in more meat up on the top, just, you know, just up to where the pepper meets. And then, of course, I'm going to put another layer of cheese on top of this, but I don't do that until like the last 5 minutes of cooking. So this takes about 45 minutes in the oven, all right? So that's how you're just going to basically layer these. It takes 45 minutes because these peppers take about that long to cook, okay? You don't want them to be super crunchy. You don't want them to be soft either, because that's kind of gross, all right? So basically, you're just going to keep, that's exactly how you layer the peppers. You just you put the meat inside, and you kind of flatten it out. You go in there with a little bit of cheese, and then you put more meat on top. Reserve some cheese though, because like I said, in the last 5 or so minutes of cook time, you're going to put some more and melt it up on the top. So now these are all stuffed and ready to go. Like I said, you're gonna want to put this in the oven 45 minutes at 350 degrees, and you're gonna want to cover it with aluminum foil. Last 5 minutes of cook time, what you're going to do is you're going to take off the aluminum foil, put some more shredded cheese up on the top, and then put it into the oven for 5 minutes. Then you can take them out. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
There we go. Stuffed peppers. The peppers came out with a great texture, so they're not too crispy and they're not too soft. They're balanced right in between the middle. And there goes the melted cheese that I spoke about that you throw on at the last 5 minutes of cooking. Oops, a little blurry. So yeah, a quick and easy dinner. I know it seems complicated, but it's not. And I know it kind of seemed like I skipped a huge portion of this video, and that's because I use that standard meat sauce recipe I talk about. And perhaps in the future I'll make a video just for that meat sauce and then connect everyone to that video, so that this way you're not always having to go back to the lasagna video. Alright guys, so as always, thanks for watching. And if you try the recipe and you like it, comment and let me know how it turns out. Of course, as always, share my videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye!